I am the judge. Dredd may be the law, but I am the judge. And today I figured instead of doing a video game review, which I've done a lot of recently, I'd actually talk about something that I discovered recently from a fellow street judge. This is Judge Enza. He's got his own YouTube channel, and he was recently having a very interesting discussion. As you can see, Judge Enza has quite a variety of content on his YouTube channel. He also talks about other video games and even virtual reality games. Imagine that, a channel that covers that kind of material. Well, anyway, there was one that I actually stumbled across by accident that I thought, he's got a good point. His video is called a Judge Dredd animated series. Yes, please. And I'm actually going to put a link to it down below. Basically, what he's talking about is a little side project thing, a video that was making the rounds a couple years ago from a studio called Aixa, A-I-X-A. These folks had actually approached Rebellion and the folks who own the Judge Dredd license and said, we'd like to maybe propose doing an animation series based on the Judge Dredd concept. And Judge Enza here has a really interesting point. He says that would actually be better than this proposed Mega City 1 series that's been kind of on hiatus for a while. What he is pointing out is the animation, and I'm only going to show a few bits of it here because I think the Aixa folks need to get the proper coverage that they deserve. I'll actually put a link below to their full video. But Judge Enza actually has a really good point here. He says what they should do is actually have a Judge Dredd TV show that is based kind of like Love, Sex, and Robots, where you've got little vignettes with Judge Dredd, different artists, all providing different takes on the character and what happens. And what he does is, there's Aixa Studios listed there. This is their full video, and I'm going to show a few more snippets in a minute. It looks gorgeous. I mean, check this thing out. This is incredible. But what Judge Enza points out is it's basically the bike sequence from Akira, the old 1980s anime. Now, he says it's actually a complete reskin. I don't know that that's entirely true. What I've got here are snippets, both from the Akira original anime and the Aixa production. And yeah, there are some good similarities. Judge Enza says it's exactly the same. It's a reskin. You can tell exactly what they're going for. Watch this footage yourself and judge for yourself, because I don't know that that's entirely correct. There are some sequences here you're going to see that are carbon copy, of course. More and more kind of like echoing the vibe and the kind of nature of what was in that bike sequence in Akira. And this is a Judge Dredd telling of the same kind of an idea. I really like, though, that if they could do this, if they could parallel what you're seeing here and do that in one of many vignettes, one of many little short stories of Dredd, I do believe it would actually be a nice alternative. I'm still looking forward to the Mega City 1 show with young judges and Dredd as kind of a cameo appearance. I think that's the way they're going to do it. But I actually like what Judge Enza has to say here, where yeah, why not have it like the 2000 AD comic? Have little short individual stories dealing with Dredd, have different artists do their rendition, their vision of the character. That's what the original comic was like. Why not have that in the art animation kind of medium? I think this proves it's definitely doable. And is it an exact copy? No. But regardless, if for those folks who love how Akira handled all this stuff, and now you're seeing a Judge Dredd version, I think you can't really argue this would be a very exciting project if they were to do it this way. Now, in researching this, apparently Aixa, they went to Rebellion, they talked about it, but it looks like it's not really going to happen. I don't know. I mean, there hasn't even been any word from the Mega City 1 show where it is. Is it in production? I talked about it years ago, and there hasn't been a word since. So, you know, maybe if they could, as a temporary layback, like until you've got the full show filmed, which is obviously going to take time, throw together some artists who could actually produce little animation sequences, much like this. Look at this. Here you go. That looks cool. Whether it's a ripoff or a skin of Akira or not, that looks cool. I really like it. Yeah, I think this would be a really good idea. So there it is. That is the Aixa production. Again, I'm going to put a link down below to the full animation. It's only a couple of minutes, maybe 5. It's really nice. It does echo what Dredd is all about. And I think Judge Enza's kind of right. If they could do this, have little short stories and different artists each time. I mean, Love, Death, and Robots has done it successfully. A lot of other little shows. There was that Matrix collection where they had brought different artists in to tell the story of what happened before the time of the movies. Animatrix, that was it. Get something like Animatrix, something like Love, Death, and Robots. I think you'd be onto a winner. I really like Judge Enza's idea. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. Check out all of these videos. I'll put them all down below. Until next time, stay out of trouble.